Welcome back to another video. We've got some interval stuff to do today. I'm just going to be basically talking through the importance of it, why everyone is using it. I know I've posted a lot on Instagram about like how especially brute strength athletes, like they had a lot of success at the games and they incorporate a lot of interval training. Now, I've got a piece today, 3 on 3 off. I do these basically every single week and have done now for the last like 8 weeks. The idea with interval stuff is you obviously work rest timings can change depending on what you're trying to get out of the session. So the closer the rest time is to the work time, the more likely you're going to be using like VO2 max work, which is like go as hard as you can, recover, go as hard as you can, recover. You've then got more of like a aerobic piece where you're going for more like, I'm going to say like 3 minutes on, maybe 1:30 off. So that's going to be like a 2-to-1 rest ratio where you can sustain these intervals over and over and over, but you have to pull back a little bit. So there's 100 million ways of doing it, but the basic ones are, you've got like 4 on 4 off, which is your Norwegian style. 3 on 3 off, 1 on 1 off, 2 on 2 off, 20 cal row, 80 double unders, AMRAP burpee box jump over, and then 20 cal row, 15 dual dumbbell, hang snatch, AMRAP shuttle runs. Right. Look to hold the toughest repeatable efforts without falling off a cliff, but you are expecting a slight decline over the intervals. You have to really fire yourself up to them because they're just horrible. Yeah, you get to like the 3rd round and you can tell whether you've overcooked it already. So I'll take you through it, show you some clips, give you my thoughts during it as we get on to through the interval. So I think the most important part of doing these like intervals is honestly how warm you get before. Like I've done them before without really any sort of warm-up, and you notice a massive difference. You can hear me breathing now. Like I've done 2 or 3 lengths. Yes, I'm not completely warm, but you don't need to do some fancy warm-ups that you've seen. Just move through range of motion. Anything that feels tight, go and do some exercises based off that. It's going to be a lot of like impact in these intervals, so I'll probably do a few plyos now in a minute. When we start with like low impact, the main aim with the plyos, if you ever do them, is make sure you have minimal ground contact time. What a lot of people do will go, instead of like hitting the ground and go, so keep them toes nice and high. So progress it, and we're going to go into like some smaller jumps. Back and full. You look like a bit of a prick, but it works. Single. Bigger jumps, but still thinking about ground contact time, like minimal time on the floor. The best time for me is that like I'm a bit out of breath. I haven't even moved any of the machines out yet, but like my body knows, okay, I'm going to be doing some harder stuff. I'll get all the equipment out. There's not too much. I need a row machine. I need some space for shuttles, and other than that, and a box for baby box and brothers, which I'm sat on. So you're moving here at an unsustainable pace. And when you get into a workout, when you go to a competition, you can obviously pull that back a little bit, say in like a 15-20 minute AMRAP, because your body knows what it feels like to go faster. As soon as you start looking at like pieces like this in your own training, like what do I actually need to get out of this? Like, why am I doing this workout for? instead of just bashing loads of training because you get out of breath and it makes you feel good, then you start to execute things a little bit better. And then when you get to competitions, you understand the reasoning behind, like, okay, this is here for this reason, this is here for that reason. So yeah, do a bit of a warm up now on each of the movements, and then I'll get stuck in. Not bad. At least you got something to go off. So yeah, you're pushing it like unsustainable. Really, I know on them burpees, I can push out a bit harder. You're pretty out of breath early on. 3 minutes, you got to relax. But I'll see you on the last round. Bit of a change since I last seen you. 1 set left. I've held 16, 17, 18 on the burpee boxing mover, and then 14, 13, 13 on the shuttles. I'm unsure whether I miscounted a rep on the first one, but here we go. I'm right out of breath now. Ow, 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 ow. God, that was rough. I look at them every week and I'm like, oh, that's not too bad. If you do them right, you can chill through them and get to the end and be like, I didn't even need 3 minutes rest. But as soon as you know, the actual point of them is to fall off a bit of a cliff. Like, you've seen them last few shuttles then, Woof. 10 minutes later though, you're sound, so that's the way you got to think about these. 10 minutes later, you will be just fine.